You've got the best of Don and Mike.
WJFK.
El Comico Show en el radio. No peligrosa. Donaldo y Miguel.
Proclaimer? I hardly know her. It's the best of Don and Mike. And moving ever onward, remember when Al Michaels said, "Do you believe in miracles?" He was talking about the Olympics, and maybe these. It's the Vibrator Olympics on the best of Don and Mike.
I have some good news, and I have some bad news.
What is the good news?
The good news is that we've had lots and lots of people calling during that break about the Vibrator Olympics.
And what is the bad news?
The bad news is that once Billy and Diana explained to them what we wanted, many of them decided that it wasn't their cup of tea.
Does that mean that we did not explain it properly going into the commercial break?
Yeah, we've got a couple people standing by here.
Right.
For instance, right here's a good example. Her name is Claire, right? Hi, Claire.
Yes.
Claire, listen. Start that baby up so they can hear it in the other markets before we got to sign off. Let's hear it.
Okay, hold on.
Start him up. His name is Wiggles.
Wiggles.
Okay, that's the kind of entertainment we give you.
Dr. Wiggles.
But unfortunately, in the cities that have to leave us,
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
you're SOL right now.
Yeah.
Call the station, tell them to get all 4 hours of the show. You're missing the Vibrators, for God's sakes, today.
No.
Thanks for listening.
So long, everybody.
We get so frustrated. So frustrated. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, screw them. On with the show for the many that are still with us for the next hour.
I don't understand what just happened.
Hello, Claire?
Yeah?
What we did was we've got a couple cities that only take the show for 3 hours a day. And they have to sign off at 6 o'clock.
Oh, so I can't get in on it.
No.
Oh.
No, Claire, you can get on it. See, the show continues for an additional hour, even though in Buffalo and in Jacksonville they have to sign off at 6 o'clock.
So you're technically right at the beginning of the game. You are right there, Claire. You have nothing to worry about.
So am I supposed to hold? I'm confused.
Claire, why are you so confused?
Because my
Hello?
boyfriend's cranking the stereo, and now I just walked in a different room, so now I can, get tuned to what you're saying.
Okay, Claire.
Like good.
Here we go. Let's get the romantic music going. There we go. Now, Claire, what we'd like to do is find out about your vibrator. And for those who are still with us and still buying this premise, what we have ladies do is call in. Our phone number is 1-800-636-1067. We get to know them, and we get to know their vibrators.
Okay.
And we pick the vibrator that makes the most sound, that has the most personality, and that lady gets $100 in cash.
Okay.
Now, Claire, it says here on the index card that your vibrator is named Wiggles.
Right.
Now, is that Mr. Wiggles, or is that simply Wiggles?
It is just Wiggles that makes me wiggle.
He makes you wiggle.
Wiggles the vibrator.
And how long have you had Wiggles?
I've had Wiggles for about 9 months.
Would you describe Wiggles to us, please?
Well, it's about...
He's, not it's he.
He's about a hand and a half long.
Oh my, wiggle.
How many batteries does Wiggles take?
That, 2.
2, and what size
Big
battery?
battery.
What?
2 big batteries.
To the big C or D?
Should I look?
They're probably D cells.
I haven't had to supply it again, unfortunately.
And I always enjoy the answer to this. What color is Wiggles?
Wiggles is
Flesh tone or?
neon green.
Neon green, Mr. Wiggles.
Wiggles makes me wiggle with the neon green. You can see it in the dark.
I bet you can, Claire. Now, what we want you to do is, like you did when we had you just do a little bit, is put Wiggles right up to the telephone, put his face right into the receiver, and let us hear a good 15, 20 seconds of Wiggles, please.
Should I do it at a different speed?
You can put on a little show if you like for
Whatever
us.
speed you think will make Wiggles talk the loudest.
Okay.
Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, from Annandale, Virginia. Here's Claire and her vibrator, Wiggles.
Hold on.
Well, hello, Mr. Wiggles. Sounds like a weed whacker, doesn't it?
That's great.
Not good?
Yep, I think we got to know him. Hold on just a second, Claire.
Okay.
And the sad thing is, I think that Wiggles has more on the ball than Claire does. Line number 2. Hello, you are on the air.
Hi, Don and Mike.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, man, there's a big hairy guy that's coming right in the middle of this game.
Hold on.
It's not my vibrator.
sure it's not your vibrator?
Oh, man.
Sure. What's your first name?
My first name's Marcus.
And Marcus, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Falls Church, Virginia.
All right, so you listen on WJFK FM?
FM.
Thank you for listening. We appreciate it. Sure, Marcus, tell us about the vibrator that's not yours.
Actually, it's my girlfriend's vibrator, and it doesn't have a name, but I call it competition.
The competition.
And I discovered it about a month ago, so I don't know how long it's been around the house.
Really?
I only discovered it about a month ago.
What did your gal pal say when you mentioned it to her?
Not much. She didn't have much to say, actually. She I didn't really discover it so much as she sort of brought it into,
Oh, she brought it into your bedroom?
well, sort of like Frida a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, except you know what I tell Frida, if you can't be satisfied by me, even though I have, let's be honest, I have less than the average man. I still think, how insulting. If I can't get the job done with what God gave me,
Right.
Don't insult me by bringing a device into the bedroom. The device is for the times when I'm not around.
And it troubles me a little bit that Marcus here has found where the competition's hiding place is. Marcus, does your girlfriend know you have the vibrator right now?
Unless she's listening, I don't think she does.
Oh, so you're all alone with the vibrator.
All alone with the vibrator.
And what does the vibrator look like? Can you describe it to us, Marcus?
Oh, it's your average vibrator. It's a little veiny looking.
Oh. Oh.
And by that, of course, I'm sure you mean that the vibrator is very vain, that the vibrator thinks it's the greatest.
Good call, Don. Way to go.
Exactly what I mean.
Very vain. Certainly not veiny like, let's say, Beatrice Arthur's legs.
Not those kind of veins.
Not the kind of veins that look like a cross-country road map. not those kind of veins.
No, not those kind of veins.
Okay, let's hear him then. Turn him on and let's talk to him.
Okay.
Okay.
This is Marcus.
Whoa! Hello? Marcus?
Hello?
What happened? Stand back, son. stand back. Let's hear that again. Give us a longer sustained blast.
Okay.
Yeah, be careful, Marcus.
Wow.
Marcus's vibrator sounds a little nervous, doesn't it?
That's the competition.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Marcus, hold on a second.
Okay.
Hold on. We got another one here. Let me try line one. Hello, is this Nancy?
Yes.
Hi, baby. How are you?
Hi, baby. How are you?
Doing great. Thanks for listening to our show. Nancy, you're calling from the armpit of the state of Maryland, Waldorf.
That's it?
I got to tell you, Waldorf, that's required to have a vibrator in Waldorf. As soon as you cross the county line, they give you one there.
Yeah.
Nancy, what kind of a vibrator do you have? Is it a big one, a small one?
It's a big one.
A big one. Does he have a name?
No, I haven't named him yet.
Could you name him for us right now?
Well,
How about Billy?
okay.
That would only be, of course, if he's got a helmet on. That's a joke in itself now, isn't it?
How about Billy Ray?
Billy Ray.
You want to name him Billy Ray?
Okay, that sounds good.
What does Billy Ray look like? Is he standard issue?
Oh, no, he's,
No, come on, tell us.
Come on, Nancy, describe him
Was
for
he
us.
studded or what?
yeah. No, it's humongous. And, it's got nubs all over it.
It sounds like the bulldog.
Like those nubs, like those goosebump balls?
Yeah,
Have
exactly.
you seen those things? They sell them at the Sharper Image. What a rip-off these things are.
I had one in my hand today, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, but they're like, oh, that's where you went shopping for my gift, eh?
No, didn't get your gift to the Sharper Image.
You didn't?
Nope.
Swear to God?
Only got one gift for you. And I didn't get the gift I wanted to get. So it was. Now I don't want to sidetrack you now. I know you're getting that look on your face, but
Yeah.
I did pop into the Sharper Image, but
Those goosebump balls, they're a super rip-off.
Yeah.
They're like $15 each, and they look like dog toys, to be honest with you.
that's exactly what they are.
Well, mine has 6, and it's wonderful.
You have what?
6 of them.
You have 6 goosebump balls. And the same kind of little bumps are on your vibrator, right?
Exactly.
Okay, well, let's hear Billy Ray now. Put his mouth right up to the receiver in the telephone, and let's hear him for a good long stretch, please.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. It's like being in the dentist chair, isn't it?
Ooh,
How was that? Was that good enough,
A
guys?
little discharge or something there.
a little sound at the end with Billy Ray.
Hold on a second. Yeah, I'd have to say at this moment, Billy Ray's in the lead.
That's right.
Now, do we have another vibrator standing by, or are we judging strictly on these 3?
We've got so far Claire, Marcus, and Nancy.
Well, I see line 3 is being worked right now. Hey, Buzz, are they listening to our show back there, or are they listening to the AM station again?
They appear to be listening intently.
Okay, would you please pass along that if they're talking to somebody on line 3 about the vibrators, we need to talk to the person.
That's right. We need our 4th competitor. And
Okay.
I think that's done it, right?
Okay, let me check it out.
No, it's clear.
Line's clear.
That would be the 4th thing that has gone wrong today.
You're having a great day back there. Well, apparently the judging is going to be between Claire, and she, of course, had Wiggles.
Right.
Then you had Marcus and Competition, and Nancy, and hers was named
Billy Ray.
Billy Ray. So we'll give them all one more blast.
Yep.
Then the judges will get together, and our decision is, of course, final. Hello, Claire. Could we hear Wiggles one more time, please?
Sure. Hold
Okay.
on.
Practically talking.
He's a good boy. Yeah, he's a big
Is
man.
that good?
That's good. Hold on a second,
Well,
Claire.
I tell you, Wiggles really talks to the audience.
Then we had Marcus. Marcus wants us to believe that this is his girlfriend's vibrator. Hi, Marcus. Let's hear the competition, please.
All right, here it comes.
Hello?
Hello?
Sounds like that would bloody a person.
Yeah, Marcus tends to chop out quite a bit, though.
Let's hear the competition just a little bit more, please, Marcus.
Oh, okay, here it comes.
Okay, great. Hold on.
Why do I think Marcus has gone into his wood shop and gotten some sort of power tool?
And then finally we have Nancy, and she has Billy Ray on the line. Can we hear Billy Ray speak, please?
Sure.
Okay. Now, a very different tone of voice.
Firm, authoritative.
Well, it's time for the judging now. Hold on a second, please.
Okay.
All right. Let me see if I can get all 3 of these people together.
All right.
That's 1. Hello, Nancy.
Yeah.
Okay, you're there. Now, let me see. Line 2. I hope I'm not going to hang up on anybody. Hello, Marcus. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. Now, what do I have to do there, Diana? This will be your big test today.
No, lock that one there.
Yeah, those 2 are already on the air.
Okay.
And then line 4. Line 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, first thing she did right today, ladies and gentlemen, Diana Stillman. Isn't she marvelous? And then we have Claire also. Hi, Claire.
Yes.
Okay, all 3 of you there?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to pod you down for a second so you can't hear us discussing you. Judges, it's time to vote. Let's vote. I like the last one. I like number 3. Which one do you like?
You guys just stopped talking.
Nancy,
Yes.
Nancy, I'm here to tell you that Billy Ray has been declared the winner. Yay! Billy Ray has won you $100.
Wonderful.
But Claire and Marcus, are you still there?
Yes.
Still here.
Listen, even though you didn't win the money, kids, we have some nice gifts for you also. For each of you, a Star Trek The Next Generation t-shirt and an Astral Symphony cassette from Paramount 20, where you can see the premiere, the world's greatest television show.
This is the best of the Don and Mike Show.
The station with less BS, WJFK.
They're still looking for a monkey. The Don and Mike Show.
No monkey yet on the best of Don and Mike, and here's an educational segment for you. This is an exam, I should say, from that professor in Wichita that loves to incorporate items from the Don and Mike Show into his work. I think you'll enjoy it. It's the best of Don and Mike.
Let me share something with you that we got in the mail yesterday. I talked about this briefly yesterday. We didn't have time, but I do want to get to it today. We got something from a guy who listens to the show in Wichita, Kansas, home of radio's Buzz Burbank. Frank Ogile is his name, and he is a lawyer. Now, normally we get something from a lawyer, we go, hey!
Oh, yeah.
Much like, when you see a movie about cavemen, when something scares a caveman, that is the reaction that we have.
Right.
However, we opened the envelope undaunted and found that it was a letter from a guy who teaches law school. And the letter is addressed to us and to Diana, our producer.
Okay.
Dear Don, Mike, and Diana, Ms. Silman, pursuant to our conversation, enclosed, please find what I believe to be the first major college final exam dealing with the Don and Mike Show.
This is exciting.
I teach as an adjunct professor at Wichita State University. My business law 431 upper division this fall was an 8-week, 2-class-per-week evening session. On my second test this semester, I changed some of the names on my test to people on the show. All I heard were a lot of laughs during the test. After the test, I found out that I had a lot of Don and Mike junkies in my class. Great. One suggested that I make the final exam deal totally with Don and Mike. Therefore, I am enclosing a copy of my final, which I gave to the class on October 12th. I am no dummy. I waited until after the test to send a copy to Don and Mike. It must have worked because out of 60 students, I had only 10 C's and all the rest were A's and B's.
Yeah. Wow.
Keep up the good work, and I'll try it again next spring. Yours in painting bald spots, Frank Ogile.
That is terrific.
Now, here is the actual exam. As you can see, it's a final exam, Business Law 431, Legal Environment of Business.
Oh, man, it's a scary-looking test.
Now, the first question is, let me see, this is a real question, it has nothing to do with us.
Okay.
Regulations prohibiting deceptive advertising are issued and enforced by the Federal Trade Commission, the Consumer Product Safety Commission, the Uniform Consumer Protection Commission, the County Commission, or all of the above. This is the format for the questions.
Federal Trade Commission.
What are you asking me for? I don't have the answers.
Oh, he doesn't have the answer?
No,
I
no.
didn't know that. Yeah, I don't have anything in front of me.
He just supplied the test.
I thought
that's
we were
all.
going to actually answer the question.
Oh, no, I was simply reading that as a way of explaining how the questions work.
Gotcha.
Here's the first question that mentions something to do with the show. Number 3. Acme Hardware advertises garden rakes for the special low price of $5.99 each. When Jethro, who is a powerful man, arrives at the hardware store seeking to purchase one of the low-priced rakes, the salesperson tells Jethro that the specially priced rakes have been sold and no more like them are attainable, blah, 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 blah. Next question, number 4. The Federal Trade Commission ruled that Rejuvenation Incorporated engaged in deceptive advertising when the firm advertised its highly popular skin cream, PV119, would ease arthritis pain. That is the second mention of the show. Then we have question number 7. Which of the following transactions would not be subject to the provisions of the Truth in Lending Act? A. Donnie borrows $20,000 from a bank for the purpose of fixing his wrecked automobile. B. Mike obtains a mortgage loan of $60,000 from Suburb Savings and Loan to finance the purchase of a new home. C. Sherry purchases a car from her neighbor Buzz for $6,000 and contracts with Buzz to make monthly payments of $600. D. Diana borrows $5,000 from her credit union to pay for a used car she is purchasing.
That's great.
Let me see. Question number 8. The Equal Credit Opportunity Act prohibits credit discrimination based on A. Unfavorable credit reports, B. Income, C. Listening to the Don and Mike Show. Question number 11. Major Bill Smith has a long overdue debt that he cannot pay. God. No.
Oh, that's all. You know, you made it out to a test.
The collection agency telephones him every day about the debt at work, at home, and often late at night. The agent constantly insists that Major Bill Smith has insulted him, and then it goes on. Here's the next one. Oh, question 14. If Sherry sells her bakery to Frida and promises not to open a competing business within a 5-mile radius for 5 years, then A, it will be enforceable because it was given to facilitate the state of the business. B, it will be enforceable because Frida does not like Sherry. C, it will be enforceable because it will prevent the neighborhood from benefiting from Sherry's baking skills. D, none of the above.
Wow.
Let me see. Then we have number 19, also something has to do with the show. Suppose that Floyd Incorporated and Fife Incorporated, two manufacturers of children's toys, have been engaged in a bruising marketing battle with each other. If Floyd Incorporated, which manufactures Arson Andy, conditions any of future shipments to Toy World on their agreement not to produce products from Fife Incorporated, of course, that's, the secret handshake club.
Sure.
With Andy of Mayberry, and then that is mentioned in question number 20. The Section 8 of the Clayton Act was enacted to deal with interlocking directories, a practice in which A, people form a secret handshake club.
There you go.
Then there's number 25. Assume that Larry writes a check to Juice on his account at the Goldman Bank, but that the bank teller to whom Juice presents the check refuses to honor the check even though Larry has adequate funds in his account.
Why you care?
Question 26. Assume that Rabe, a notorious check bouncer, makes an agreement with First National Bank of Dolores in which it promises to honor Rabe's checks even when his account has insufficient funds.
That's great.
Question 27. I mean, this guy, we are all over this test. Question 27. I assume that Kathy Lee writes a check to Don that is drawn on her account. If Don presents the check, bank will, and then they have the questions. Number 28. Suppose that Elvis issues a check to Buzz as payment for several pairs of TV glasses.
Sure.
Number 28. Suppose that Charlie writes a check to Forrest, and this has to be Forrest Gump, as payment for a barrel of gunpowder, but Charlie soon discovers the gunpowder is useless, okay? Number 30. Assume that Hop Singh orders Ponderosa Bank to make an electronic fund transfer, but Ponderosa refuses to do so.
It's all through there.
Number 31. Assume that Aline agreed to have a pre-authorized transfer made by Cunningham Bank. Number 32. Suppose Mike receives an account statement from Martsky Bank on July 1st.
Martsky Bank.
Question 33. Suppose the D.C. Bank makes a loan commitment to Marion, a prospective homeowner. Will Marion have to put up additional collateral or pass a drug test?
Oh, God.
Let me see. 34. Assume that Don buys underdeveloped acreage due to promises made by Mike. But Mike later reneges on his promise, and Don is unable to find an alternate source of funding. Then we have number 37. Suppose that Greasy Kid Stuff, a manufacturer of highbrow toiletries, wishes to acquire a controlling interest in Burbank products.
Understandable.
Let me see. Questions 39 to 43 apply to the following fact pattern. Assume that Geronimo Corporation attempts to take over O'Mara Company. Because both companies had been engaged in protracted negotiations, the daily discussions have become unpleasant. Finally, Geronimo decides to go ahead with a takeover attempt, and as you can see, the next 4 questions just have Geronimo and O'Mara all through them.
And this is a serious, heavy-duty final exam here.
Question 42. O'Mara's decision to sell its prized Rabe's Fat Farm so as to make itself a less enticing takeover target would be characterized as, then you pick the answer. Let me see. Assume the Frida Company and the Gavin Corporation combine together, as in Tommy Gavin, so that all that remains after the papers have been signed is a new and improved whistle company. And then, is there one last one on? Nope, there's still more. Assume that Broyhill, number 45, assume that Broyhill is a dissenting shareholder in Breadcrumbs, a snobbish bakery.
He would be.
If Breadcrumbs and Broyhill cannot agree on the fair value of shares of stock, then the valuation will be determined, blah, blah, blah. And then there's, let me see, what is this one? Assume, question 65, true or false? Assume that Sam the Butcher gives a written stop order payment to Brady Bank. The stop payment order itself will be effective for only 6 months unless it's renewed in a timely manner.
That's great.
And then it goes on. He's got more questions about the Bald Spot Corporation. Something to do with Hazel. We must have been talking about Hazel one day on the air.
Way to go, Professor.
But those are the questions in an actual final exam given to law students.
Unbelievable.
That's great. And he's worked us in there.
I can't believe worked us all in there, all over the place.
So thank you very much to, I never thought I'd say this, thanks to an attorney.
We're honored.
Frank Agile. We do appreciate it.
You've got the best of Don and Mike.